I'm Jan from Crashtest Security, and first of all, thank you very much for your interest in continuous security or anything cybersecurity in agile development processes or DevOps. This video is for you if you just don't want to read through the whole content, then you can just listen to this video while you're doing something else, and I will explain to you what this article is all about. In this article, we'll cover three of the more technical aspects of continuous security. We're going to dive deeper into continuous delivery mechanisms because they are really the empowerment of continuous security initiatives. We'll then focus a little bit more in the technical aspects, such as container or microservice security. And then we're going to step it up a little bit and talk about possible tools and integrations, how quality management functions change in the DevOps environment, and then we're going to dive deeper into true DevSecOps topics. If you have any requests for content that you would like to share us or talk more about that you haven't found somewhere else, then please write us. We're always looking for feedback and ideas for new content, so please write us and we'll promise to have content published for you within a week. Here you just see a summary of the 6 topics that I already mentioned before. And as always, if you want to stay updated on content, then you're more than happy to follow us on social media because we'll publish new articles or updates to our articles there. Let's dive right into continuous delivery. In this continuous delivery for us is really the core empowerer of continuous security, because this allows you to take the code that you just developed and publish it in a production environment. And this process on how you do that empowers cybersecurity to standardize security tests in your tool chain. So we would like to cover some of the basic questions that are asked around the topics, around the topic DevOps. We'll talk more about a story of a cybersecurity startup that we know, and they're just getting started on continuous delivery. And then we're going to dive deeper into what really the cybersecurity professionals should take away from the DevOps movement and why they should care about it. And we're going to highlight security champions and standardization of security tests through implementing different tools. Then we're going to cover more of the container security aspects. So this is the mechanism that allows you to separate your infrastructure from all the code that's deployed on top of it. And it enables developers to have the same environment variables in their staging or testing environment as they will have in the production environment. So that makes it really easy to develop your application under the same circumstances. We're very soon going to release our best practices for container security. And right now we have some content around collecting logs if you develop locally on Docker for Mac, plus some of the issues that we ran into using Terraform, Kubernetes, and Vault in our own infrastructure. The next technical aspect is around microservices. This really allows you to split your software into different pieces of services, and we're going to publish more articles around how microservices communicate. And then for red teams and pen testers, we want to highlight how you can actually exploit these microservice architectures. For tools and integrations, we have this overview over the DevOps stages or phases that you run through. And then we have highlighted some of the integrations and tools from a security aspect that you can integrate into the different stages. We also have some more learnings where you can dive deeper into DevOps topics from other resources, and that overview that I just shared with you on the security testing tools with some examples around it. Also in our integrations and tools section, we have our tutorial for building your own DevSecOps pipeline. So if you want to head to this content, we'll explain to you how using GitHub, CircleCI, Heroku, and Crashtest Security, you can really build your own DevSecOps pipeline live and in color in 30 minutes. So you don't need to be too technical, but you'll get an introduction of these applications that we're using. You're going to deploy your code with Circle CI using code repositories on GitHub. You're going to host your application on Heroku, and then you're going to use Crashtest Security vulnerability scans in your Circle CI as one of the test cases. That's really cool if you just want to get a hands-on tutorial. For continuous quality, we're focusing more on the organizational aspects, how quality management functions shift their role from waterfall development in a DevOps environment. We have a frequently asked questions section on what quality assurance topics are relevant in DevOps. And then we're going to publish a white paper for QA managers with some of the best practices that we've seen in the industry and how they can benefit from agile development very soon. For DevSecOps, we have some more content around how you can implement this on the highest level. So we're going to weigh the benefits of agility versus security in a DevOps process. And we're also going to give you 6 quick wins if you just want to get started with DevSecOps. And finally, we're going to talk a little bit more about the modern front-end frameworks, such as JavaScript, whether you're using Angular or Vue. For your front end, we will cover some of the security tests that you can implement for these front-end technologies. And if you just want to get a free vulnerability scan, you can register for free for our trial and get your web application or API tested. That's pretty much the content that we talk about. Feel free to browse around. Please send us an email with feedback or content suggestions if you have any, because we'd like to publish content that's relevant for you. Don't forget to follow us on social media and have fun with this content. Thank you very much.